Hey everyone, welcome to the Dragon Quest episode of Lost Without Translation, The After Party. A crazy episode for us anyway, or I guess kind of 2 episodes. And we tried to play Dragon Quest, the 25th Anniversary Collection for Wii.
Emphasis on tried.
Tried.
What versions of Dragon Quest were in there? 1, 2, 3, 4?
1, 2, 3, but both versions of it. So 1, 2, and 3 originally came out for the Famicom, NES.
Yeah.
And then they were remade for Super Famicom. So we were going to show the remade versions, so people who had played the original in English might see what the differences were.
Right.
But we didn't.
But that did not happen.
Yeah. So we played some Dragon Quest VI.
And I gotta be honest, as much as I love RPGs, it's really painful without the language component.
Oh, it was hard. Here's the story that we...
Oh, there was a story?
Oh, of course, RPGs always have crazy.
But I thought we had already figured out the story.
No. We had a pretty good guess.
I liked our story.
Our story was pretty fun. I'm happy with our story. But the real story, Dragon Quest VI opens with the hero and his party, including a mysterious woman and a bulky man. So right off the bat, these are just people he's adventuring with. It's not his sister, his girlfriend, or anything.
Okay.
Yeah. They go to...
Because he likes to hang out with strangers.
He's hanging out with mysterious strangers.
That makes more sense.
Right.
On his way to the Demon King's castle. So the girl summons a dragon, we knew that, and they flew to the castle, but that's not like, they weren't just out like partying and going home. Like they just flew to the bad guy's castle right at the beginning of the game.
Oh, they were like at the beginning of our
Yeah.
adventure, and instead of saying, "Hey, you know what? We got to travel across like 7 continents to get to this guy,"
Yeah.
she's like, "Oh no, I'll just
Let's
call
summon
my
the
buddy.
dragon. Yeah.
I'll just Uber up a dragon here, and,
Uber X, 3 stars. Yeah.
and we'll book over to the Demon King." And you're like, "Sounds good. I haven't trained for this, but all right, let's give it a shot."
Let's do it. So they get there, and like we saw, they get their ass kicked. So then, this is where it actually gets pretty crazy. When he wakes up in that person's house, it wasn't just like, I found you on the seashore or something. He wakes up and people like pretend he's been there the whole time. And like that girl is like, I'm your sister that you never heard. Like, and everyone's treating him like he's lived in that town forever.
Oh.
It's like a village.
Oh,
it's a
they're like, "Hey
prisoner
Bob, how
kind
you
of
doing?"
thing.
Like, "My name's George."
Yeah.
Okay, Bob, you're
Yeah.
just acting crazy. Oh, this goes crazy town.
Yeah.
I'm reading it right now.
Yeah. It reminds me, so from what I read earlier, there is a dream world here. And it sounds like it's kind of like a Link to the Past, Legend of Zelda kind of thing,
That's what
where
I was
there's
thinking
similar
of.
worlds, but you
Okay.
always go between the two to do different things.
Okay.
It's pretty neat.
One of my favorite games, A Link to the
Yeah,
Past.
me too. What I thought was really neat, which I didn't know, was the reason these 5 and 6 never came out over here is because the carts were already so full. They were all like 32 megabits, which is about 4 megs, I think, of data on the cart. And if they were going to translate that and put English on there, they couldn't fit it.
Okay.
And the first 4 games didn't sell great over here, so they just said it's too much. Even in Japan, such a big cart costed over $100.
Oh,
to buy
wow.
them. Yeah. And what else was he? Oh, it brought back the class system, which I think Dragon Quest III was the first one to have a job system.
Okay.
So you would basically change your character's jobs. Their jobs are like warrior, white mage, which is healing, black mage. I don't know what they're called in Dragon Quest, but all kinds of different jobs they can do.
Is that later in the game? Like, we didn't
get job stuff. No, you never get it up front.
Okay.
One of the jobs, this is really neat because they ripped this out apparently, so it's only in the Super Famicom version we were playing, the 3DS remake, or the DS remake, sorry, doesn't have this. You can get a monster trainer, and he captures the monsters you fight, like Pokemon or like Shin Megami Tensei something. If you're fighting a monster, you can get it to join you, and then you can use it in your party.
Oh, cool.
To fight with you, which is pretty neat. All right. Oh, you know what we should talk about? That collector's box was really nice.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like the stuff that was in that box for the original 20th Anniversary Collection, or 25th.
Oh, it was, yeah.
The coin.
I totally forgot.
Yeah.
Coin purse and the...
I would love to see that book for like any game, right? Like usually now
Yeah.
if you get a special edition, you get an art book, but that thing had like interviews and art and story and like
Lore,
manga
yeah,
chapters and stuff.
yeah.
It was really neat.
Yeah.
It
It
would
was
be
very
even
nice.
better if you can read it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really too bad that the collection didn't play, because it was a really nice... It was well put together.
Mm-hmm.
Collection.
Yeah.
But you can see that in the episode. Leave all that
Yeah.
stuff in there.
But not the games.
Nope. Well, That's it for Dragon Quest. See you next time, guys. Take care.